Awesome. So let's jump in. I'm so excited to speak with you today and really capture the experience that you've had inside of the Achievers Club so far. It has been almost a year. Jeez,
I
Louise.
know.
So exciting. All right. So tell me, thinking back to where you were before you joined the Achievers Club, like what was going on, in your business, and what were the challenges and everything that you were feeling at that point?
Mhm. So in my business, I really wasn't, you know, getting any clients really. I was really going through the motions, just, piecemealing this and piecemealing that, getting free this and free that. I have a Google Drive full of all
So
type of stuff.
the PDFs, the downloadable PDFs.
Yes, yes, that was me.
Okay.
So yeah, I really wasn't. Yes, I got started. I was already what's this 2019? So 2 years, I was already officially a business
Hmm.
for 2 years at that point. But it really wasn't moving forward like I thought I would have been already.
Mm. And what do you think was holding you back?
One, myself, and then two, not really having the resources to help propel me to the next step.
Got it. Okay. Okay, that makes total sense. Um, and so let's say at that point, how many people do you think you had that paid for your services? So let's just say, and let's just look at 2018, sort of the year prior.
So 2018, I did a baby shower that was paid, and I did some rentals. I don't think I did much of anything else for 2018.
Okay. Okay. And so 2019 looks different than that. So I'm excited to talk about that. So tell me, what made you make the decision to join? What propelled you to join?
So, like how I previously said before, I met you or saw you at the Women's Conference 2015, I believe it was, or 2016. I saw you there, and you were doing you had your session out in the pavilion. So I stopped by the table, signed up, was listening to you, and then I got your emails for a while. I'm like, okay, accountability, making sure you're doing your day-to-day stuff and your schedules and stuff. And then it just fell off, and then I think I was on Eventbrite. I seen your planner Palooza. So let me sign up for this. I signed up for like 3 or 4 of them before and never showed up. So I signed up for again. I said, let me show up to this. And that's how I met Onika on that call too. You said to
Oh,
get
that's
like
right. I did the call out for Who Wants to Match His
yes.
Partners. That's amazing.
Yes. So after that we talked and I'm like, I need to do something different. If I want different results, I need to do something different and not go through the motions for a whole another year and probably get the same results. So I think I stepped out on faith.
So were you feeling a little bit nervous at first?
Yes. It's something new. So, of course, I was a little nervous at first, but I was motivated.
Okay, okay,
So,
that's really important. So tell me, sort of going back to, let's think about your first month inside of Achievers, like, what was that experience like?
it was good, but it seemed like it was a lot all at once. Because like it was already people who was already in the group and was like, I'm trying to catch up, listen to what they're doing and trying to figure out this and trying to figure out that. So, it's just something new. But if you actually listen, you're able to follow along and get the things. So
Yeah, you caught on pretty quickly. I didn't remember it was like a little bit slow at first, like you were trying to figure out how to really um,
yeah,
incorporate it into your life, and then
yes,
yeah, then you sort of like figured it out probably about a
yeah.
month in, and you started just kind of showing up. So maybe that's something interesting to talk about too. So
Mhm.
how did you start making time for it to fit into your schedule? Because I think sometimes people are wanting to do something that would advance their business, especially when they're working a 9 to 5. But it can
Right.
just feel like there's already so much on your plate. And you're also very active at church. And I don't even know how many other committees and stuff that you're on, Charnee, besides church.
Not
So,
much else.
okay. Okay. That takes up enough time for you, right? So
Yes.
how did you figure out how to really just shift the energy that you were putting in and making time for it?
So I kind of just had to show up for myself. So 2017, that whole year I worked out. So I had 5:30 a.m. workouts. So if I can show up for myself for my health and wellness, I should be able to show up for myself for my business that's going to move me forward to financial freedom one day. So I just had to put it on my calendar, had to make sure I go to bed. I'm setting these alarms, even though I didn't want to get up. I had to make sure I got up and make sure I'm trying to sit down by 8:30 to try to at least get a half an hour of work done before I actually go to work for somebody else. So if I can't do
Nice.
that, then, really what's the point of me having this business?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I love that. So, what have been some things that you've implemented in your business since you've joined Achievers?
So hour of power, I think that's very powerful. To have at least 1 hour of work to work on myself or work on my business, I think it's very important because we can go through the motions of the day and it's like, oh my goodness, at the end of the night, like what did I really get done for myself? Even self-care stuff too. So I've always been doing my monthly facials, but I make sure that's blocked off every single month, an hour, 2 hours, sometimes I did 3 hours. I make sure that's blocked off. And then really kind of utilizing the club commitments and things like that to kind of really reel back in, like the one I did on Monday, it's a journey. So not necessarily getting to that goal, but making sure we're taking those steps on our journey to be able to reach that goal and not just focus on the goal itself, but the journey of how we get there. So,
Yes,
yes.
yes. I love that you said that. It's so important, right? Because on any given day, you can feel
Hmm.
like frustrated or like today didn't go as exactly as I planned, and then
Yes.
you're like, hold up, kind of gives you that centering point to go back to.
Right.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you have implemented, put in place in your business since you joined?
Okay. Well, I got my list here.
Uh-oh. You got a list. That's awesome.
Um, so as far as the biggest wins and insights, is that what
Mhm.
you're particularly? Okay. So I know I've been identified as a productive procrastinator. So I know that, but I think I have definitely gotten better. Um, so every day I'm trying to make strides to do better than I did the previous day. I booked my first non-family client. I
Yay.
did do that. um, I'm consistently going live every single week. So every single week, no matter if I miss that Wednesday, I make sure I do it. I notify the folks. I make sure I do it that following Thursday, that next day, if something does come up. And then I can also see the bigger picture now. The retreat really kind of opened my eyes up, especially like the worksheets and the money, what is it, the
Roadmap.
money roadmap and everything like that. So that was a really a great eye opener. So I appreciate you for that one.
No.
Um, um, yeah, that's really the top main things. Then
Okay.
also having a community of folks that we can lean on and discuss things with, because if you try and do it all by yourself, it's really your own self you hear thinking and not hearing other perspectives that maybe can, click something for you. It's like, oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you also sort of implemented around the simple marketing system as well.
Yes, I have. I,
Yeah,
I,
right?
I think I think I can do better, but yes, I have.
Okay. So in regards to your marketing system, sort of what's changed in terms of what you were doing before and what you're doing now?
So I'm actually sending emails now. I had a list and wasn't really utilizing it. So I'm sending emails. I'm getting pretty much a good open rate. of my emails, and people are reading them and clicking the links and actually going to the links to see what's going on and things like that. And people are joining me on my live, so that's really good.
Okay.
But, uh-huh.
And you gotten some consultation calls from that as well, right?
I have. I've gotten for the month of July. I got 4. Yeah, I had
Okay.
4 consultations. Before that, it was a big Zeto.
Crickets, huh?
Right.
Right. So now you have a process for being able to generate your leads in your business, which is amazing.
Yes.
And how many clients have you closed?
So I just have the one client, and I also have my church event for December, but we're going to do a tax write-off for that one.
But you
So
booked another client that's not, I mean, their wedding isn't until later, right?
that's for May next year.
Okay. So, but you
Hmm.
booked 2 clients in just the last,
Well,
just since you implemented your simple marketing system, which was only, what, 2 months
2.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You've booked 2 clients since you implemented your simple marketing system. You don't toot your own horn enough, Charnee. It's still a
Yes.
client, even if their event isn't until later.
Right.
You can't control that part, but you can definitely
Right.
control that you did the work. So
Right.
in 2 months of implementing your marketing system, you closed 2 people while also working your 9 to 5 job.
Sure.
Yeah. And you have
So,
other leads that you're working as well, right?
yes, I definitely need some more leads. So that's why I need to figure out what else I can do to start generating more leads. The lives are great, but I don't know if I'm hitting all the right areas or all the right folks that I need to hit still.
Right. I
So,
think one of the next things you had the webinar as your next thing that you wanted to
yes,
try as well too, right? So
yes.
that's something that you can definitely implement this quarter now that we're going into. And I think that'll like just really take your lead gen to the next level. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about some points of challenge inside of the club and how you overcame it. So where you might have been struggling with something in your business, what I like to call like a low light, and how you were able to utilize the club or the resources or the community to be able to overcome it.
I think for me for social media, like it was just so time consuming to be able to create the social media and schedule it out. So I utilized Crystal in Color Addict, her company, to be able to generate templates so I can just pop in my information and I can schedule it out with the Later app, which is great. I can just pop it in there, boom. I do it from my phone and schedule it and keep it moving. So that's awesome because I was like dreading trying to get things up and not posting consistently. So now I'm able to do that by, drop of a dime. Let's see. Let's see another low light. Hmm, I don't know.
Well, if that was your biggest thing, that's totally fine. But what about some highlights?
Some highlights. I guess by implementing my marketing plan, my seeing that payment coming through my payment thing, I was like, okay, I can do this. I got this.
Yes.
So that was a great pat on the back for me to be able to, I guess, get that accomplished. Not just family members, but folks outside of family that's really trusted in me to get the job done.
Yes. People that don't know you, right? So you've
Yes.
evolved from just your immediate network. So people who are
Right.
just connecting with you through your marketing system to
Right.
feel comfortable booking you to do work for them. So that's amazing.
Yes.
You mentioned the retreat. I'm curious to hear more about how that experience was for you and what were some of your big takeaways from the retreat.
So I think our last day was really the most eye-opener day. Uh, eye-opener day for me
I know what you mean.
because we went through a lot of things that I really didn't know to implement or really didn't know really in depth. I was kind of like, okay, That's what it is. Like, it's kind of like connecting the dots for me. Like, I've had all these pieces and just out there, but it hasn't come together as a whole. It's like, wow, okay, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
So that was really great.
Okay, awesome. And so from the last day, I guess you said the money roadmap was your favorite part, right?
Money
And what,
roadmap, and then us working on our goals for the quarter to actually seeing those out, because I'm more of a visual person. So actually seeing things out and actually working examples out really helps me to process things. So
okay, great. Um, is there what's your favorite part of Achievers overall, do you think?
that we can get business nuggets every single week, even though we fuss about the homework and sometimes we don't get it done in a timely manner like we should. But I think this is a great community of women, and if or men will come, I don't know, of women that we can just work together, and because everybody has a different perspective, different things that somebody may know something that I may not know, and I may give advice to somebody who may need to know something else. So I really like that camaraderie, and then also getting all the different business insights as well.
Awesome.
Because
How's
I'm
the
not.
peer mentoring been for you, the peer masterminds?
So we've only met once with the new group, Grace and Eliza.
Hmm.
So our
How did
next
that
one
go?
is, it went good. It went good. I think we need to follow up more with each other because we had a touch point that same week, but
Hmm.
we haven't had any since then. So
Okay.
we'll need to. We
You
have
guys
it on
got a
Monday.
call on Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll set that in motion.
Yeah. So okay, that's awesome. All right. Anything else about your experience overall, lessons, insights?
Let me see here. Anything else written down here? No, I think so. Then some days, like when I do feel overwhelmed, I make sure I do get my priority blocks done for the week. So having those set was great too. So I can see what bare minimum I need to get done for that week, and not stress myself. I haven't gotten these other 10 things done, but as long as I get my priority blocks done, then you know I'll call it a success and work on it the next week to do better.
It's a journey, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what's your big focus for next quarter? What are you thinking that you really want to um, bring to life, work on, grow, improve?
I think I need to work on my marketing some more and my lead gen. So
Okay.
those are my two biggest things. My website is getting updated as we speak. So that'll be a nice little change to get some of that updated because it hasn't been touched in like 2 years. So, but really my lead gen and marketing, those are my top areas I need to work on.
Okay, awesome. And really, I think it's more just being able to do more of what's working, right? So
Mhm.
magnifying the stuff that is working, because
Right.
um, so that way you can get more leads out of it, and then also is putting in some automated pieces to your marketing system as well, right? Where we talked about like the
Yes.
whole webinar funnel and being able to
Hmm.
utilize that too.
Yes.
I feel like maybe the whole club is going to be working on webinars. I think the whole club is going to be doing webinars next quarter. So awesome, Charnee. Excited for you. So much progress.
Yes. I will definitely give myself a pat on my back from January until now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So compared to last year, how much movement have you made in your business?
I will say 80%.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's like
Yes.
night and day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have learned so much. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.